This is the Live Fire Media Show, episode 33. I'm Kowalker 47. He's Hunter of Range Hot. Let's get into the show. What is up, buddy?
Hey, bro. Let me get my. Can you see how good looking I am?
Sure.
I knew you wanted to fucking gargle my children.
What?
Yummy.
Gross.
Oh,
So this has been on my mind all bloody week.
okay. I'm all ears.
Have you paid attention to the new Running Man movies out this week? It came out like Friday, I think.
I saw a review of it.
Oh, I've seen plenty of reviews of it. And what'd you see or hear? It was shit.
The two or three I saw ranked it from awful to awful.
Yeah, that's all I've heard is it's shit, which I'm not gonna lie, I'm a little bummed to hear because one, I like Glenn Powell. I think he's a pretty cool dude. And two, I liked hearing the aspect that this was supposedly closer to the book material than the original Schwarzenegger movie.
Right.
But I was listening to several other reviews that were talking about it, and they said, you know how like Stanley Kubrick's The Shining was quite different from the book, and he was quite pissed about it.
Yeah.
But yet it's still celebrated as one of the best horror movies ever made. It's like maybe it's because Kubrick and his team knew what of Stephen King's writing didn't work on film. And maybe that's kind of what happened with Schwarzenegger's The Running Man. They knew what didn't work. They put in the right satirical elements, kind of a la RoboCop. And then whereas this one, it's like, let's be more true. And well you know, it kind of sucks.
I'm gonna say just because it was good in a book doesn't make it good on a movie.
Absolutely. Speak.
Hi, Hunter.
Hey, Shug. You look cute.
What is it?
He said, hey, Shug, you look cute.
Huh?
I said, hey, Shug, you look real cute.
Hey, little one. It's bedtime.
Okay.
Oh,
maybe.
Oh.
Bye, Hunter.
Good night, Sugar Bear.
But yeah, thank you. But you're absolutely right. Just because it's good in a book doesn't mean it translates to film. I mean, how many stories they say are unfilmable, and yet somebody still tries to make a movie of it. Sometimes that works. A lot of times I think it still doesn't.
I think you can get away with a lot more slower pacing with a book.
Oh, for sure.
Than you can a movie. So
sure,
if it's a really slow paced book, you might have to, that's what I heard. I heard Stanley Kubrick changed like 50 to 60% of the Shining because
I could believe it.
It didn't pace well for a movie.
I mean, I like a lot of Stephen King movies. I've read very little Stephen King, and one of the last books I read was, I think it was called Cell or The Cell. It was like his take on the zombie genre. And while I'm a sucker for zombie stuff, dude, yeah, like you said, pacing right there. I remember there was like one whole chapter, and this was over halfway through the book. One whole chapter describing every bit of detail in this fucking kitchen of like a Boston, home, talking about how the light shining through, only for the next chapter just literally be like, yeah, these two guys, here's their conversation in that room. I'm like, okay, was painting that picture that important to me? Because like I don't know.
I don't care details, about the pattern is on the wallpaper.
Right.
Just tell me how much blood is splattered on it.
That's what I mean. Don't tell me like, this guy's been on the road for how long, and so the dishes that, when he left are still there, and now there's maggots on them. Yeah, no shit. That's kind of like common sense. So I don't know. Yeah, maybe the Running Man is a lot of that. Like the book just doesn't translate as well, to film. Still bummed to hear that this remake sucks. Because as soon as you talk remake territory, it's always a coin toss of what's good and what's bad.
Yeah.
And that got me spinning off on the thing. It's like, okay, so here the remake sucks. What are some good remakes, man? That you maybe not good. What are remakes that you like? Because I mean, let's face it, there can be remakes that are not that great, but you or I can enjoy them ourselves.
Are we including part twos or just straight remakes?
I don't give a shit. Go for it, man. Whatever you got. Because now you get part 2 could be pique my interest here.
Okay, so I'll tell you a series of movies
Okay.
that went from good to better to ruined it.
Okay.
I'm a fan of Kevin Smith.
I think I know where you're going with this.
He did Clerks,
Right.
and it was the movie was great, but the story behind it was great. He got a bunch of credit cards, maxed them out, filmed at the quick stop that he worked at night when it was closed. So that was a great movie. That was such an uphill battle for him to publish, produce, what have you, and it was good.
Right.
Then he did Clerks 2.
Right.
And Clerks 2 was better. Now, it had a lot more money behind it,
Sure.
but it was a better movie. Then he did Clerks 3. And Clerks 3 was so fucking miserably awful.
I didn't really do the third.
that it ruined the first 2 movies. I mean, one of the most interesting characters in Clerks 2 was Rosie Dawson or whatever. I might be. You know what I'm talking about?
Maybe.
She was in what was that movie? Good Lord, the pulpy book movie with Mickey Rourke. I'm drawing a damn blank. Sin City.
Yeah, Rosario Dawson. Yeah.
Right. So in Clerks 2, she is hot. She was probably the most interesting character in Clerks 2, aside from maybe Jay and Silent Bob a little bit. But like her story drove the story of the movie.
Right.
And everybody else was just supporting roles. And they did great. It was so well done. She was so interesting. You liked her a lot. She was
Clerks
running
3
her.
was in 2022. No wonder I had no idea of it.
But the beginning of Clerks 3 starts with a newspaper you're seeing where she wound up marrying Dante, and they had a kid. Like at the end of the movie, they were married and she was pregnant. So this Clerks 3 started out with like a newspaper print of where she and her baby were killed by a drunk driver. Like the first 10 seconds of the movie.
Okay.
And I saw that and I turned to Candy and I'm like, this movie's going to suck. And one of the more interesting characters they had was this guy, and he was a very naive young kid, and he was really religious. And they didn't poke fun at him for being religious. They just poked fun at some of his extremisms.
Okay.
But it was cool. They were all buddies or whatever. He was kind of a nerdy kid, but he was a Christian, and which I thought was cool. And they did it tastefully to where it didn't try to demean Christians. But in the second one, he quickly transfers into a worshiper of Satan. And as the movie continues, his love of Satan deepens. And I'm like, nope.
Huh.
Yeah. It was like
that's all I gotta say. That's
Candy liked Clerks. She liked Clerks 2 and Jay and Silent Bob enough to where she would watch it with me.
Right.
She said she sat through Clerks 3. She's like, if you ever try to watch that again, I'm gonna go home. And I'm like, yeah. Right. and I bought a digital, like I didn't rent it. I bought a digital copy because I'm trying to support Kevin Smith, right? So like right when it's available, I'm like, I'm not even gonna rent it. I'm gonna buy it and have it in my library.
He's really fallen off, man. His old stuff is good, but he's in my opinion, he's really fallen off, and I could care less what he does anymore.
I'm the same way, He did that movie a while back called Red State, poking fun at extreme conservatives.
Oh God, that was terrible.
And so I think when he was doing like Mallrats and Chasing Amy, those movies were really good.
Yeah.
But
After that, he's fallen off big time.
But he was in deep with what was the guy, the casting couch guy that was arrested and put in jail? Weinstein, Harvey Weinstein.
Weinstein.
Yeah, he was in deep with Harvey Weinstein.
You got me scratching my head a little bit here. Has he remade any of these movies?
He did a Jay and Silent Bob Strike Back reboot. So there was a Jay and
I know of that, but I never watched it. Right.
Jay and Silent, like, I love it. I think Jay and Silent Bob is now it's boy humor. It's dick and fart jokes.
Yeah.
It's, you know, it's like Candy's like, I watched this and like for 3 days, I'm dumber. You know,
like I know I've seen it, but dude, it's been so long. Like I couldn't tell you anything from it. And half makes me wonder if I watched it now, if I'd be like, God, this is so dumb, or this is just so bad, or
it's funny. If you are like me, I'm very immature. So I find 8th grade locker room talk hilarious. So it's a bunch of dick and fart jokes, and I love it. But he did Jay and Silent Bob reboot.
Right.
It was yeah.
A lot of them are not good, man. So here I was thinking of my own, like,
I'm listening. I got to grab something.
No, that's fine. It's remakes that I liked, and some of them flat out are considered really, really good. And then I did a search for like looking for more remakes. Well, they're considered good remakes. And I was like, oh shit, I completely forgot about a couple of these. I was like, yeah, I guess they are good remakes. Sci-fi wise, Frank Herbert's Dune. More recently, you had the Dune Part 1, Part 2 by Denis Villeneuve. Absolutely, those are probably some of the best tellings of the story. And that being probably the third remake, because you had the original movie that David Lynch did, the original film in the 80s, which actually is still damn good. And Sci-Fi Channel did a miniseries early 2000. It was actually really good telling.
Okay.
And then now this more current version of Dune, Part 1 and Part 2, were both fucking great.
Were they? I saw the first one.
Yeah, I like both of them. I mean, telling the same story and split 2 films. Yeah, it was a lot longer, but I think they're both absolutely awesome. But that's kind of one that was never a bad one. Like the original film was great. Mm-hmm. Yeah, it was kind of underrated at the time, but fans of it, they're like, yeah, it's awesome. The Sci-Fi Channel one had its own merits. It was like, yeah, it's pretty good. Looks very different, but it's good. Looks worse now because it was early 2000s, TV. But move on to another one. The Donald Sutherland 1978 Invasion of the Body Snatchers. That is one I hands down say that absolutely crushes the original film by miles. The fact
I don't know if I saw the original one.
I won't say you're not missing much, but it's very much the whole like McCarthy era of like afraid of the communists kind of thing.
Right.
Whereas Donald Sutherland's is very much more the Cold War, making us all skeptical of everything we know. And Sutherland's, dude, that movie, the tension, the playing out of that whole film, even though some aspects are very dated in the 70s, dude, it holds up. It's almost like Psycho. Like, yeah, Psycho has its older elements to it, but overall, the way it's shot, the way the story's told, it still holds up. So, yeah, Sutherland's Body Snatchers is by far one of the, like, in my opinion, great sequels or great remakes ever made. To move a little forward from there, John Carpenter's The Thing. I think that is hands down one of the best remakes ever made. If not, that probably takes the title for me because that movie's just so good. Yes, it is close to the source material. That can be a plus or a minus, but that movie's just awesome. The dread, the paranoia. It's just fucking great. Going a little further from there, The Fly, David Cronenberg's The Fly with Jeff Goldblum, Gina Davis, right?
Man, with Jeff Goldblum, it was disgustingly awful.
Dude, it's so good. It is gross. It is still gross to this day. Well, that one and the Fly and The Thing both are probably two of the grossest movies come out of the 80s with their practical effects that were just
the Fly to me was nastier. Like I wouldn't watch it again. When he vomits on that guy's like
the Fly is a whole other level of like body horror. You can almost say The Thing is more cosmic, but The Fly is straight up body horror, and it's awful, but damn, it's good.
Yeah, I mean it's Gina Davis, man. Won't she in that Transylvania 65000?
I have no idea. On
She
that
was
one.
had the low cut with the large
I have
eyes.
no idea on that one.
Yeah, of course.
Maybe.
You love Fella, so I don't know.
Right. So another 80s remake that I think was really solid and it gets really underrated is The Blob. Nobody's really there's a couple faces like Kevin Dillon's in it, but it's a good remake. I'm not saying it's one of the greatest. I'm just saying it's a good remake.
Yeah.
One you got to be careful on here, which is interesting, is the Planet of the Apes reboot prequel remake series. You know, I have Rise of the Planet of the Apes, Dawn of the Planet of the Apes, War of the Planet of the Apes. All those are pretty damn good. But the thing with those is they're half reboots and they're half prequels. So it's like if you've never seen any Planet of the Apes, dear God, stop listening and go watch the original Charlton Heston film because that's phenomenal sci-fi.
Yeah.
Right. Some ones I wasn't thinking about that were remakes. Scarface, Al Pacino.
Was that a remake?
Yeah, it's a remake of like a 1930s or 40s black and white gangster movie, like Chicago Gangster. Yeah.
I did not know that.
I knew it, and when I saw it, and I was kind of like, "Oh shit, that's right, it is." Now, are the two movies similar at all? No, not really. It's just other than the guy's name. 310 to Yuma.
I knew that was a remake.
Yeah, as did I. I've never seen the original because it's like late 50s, I think.
Right.
I think it's a damn good remake. Zack
Snyder's 7.
I saw that listed on there. I've only seen. Shit. Which version would that be? Like the. I feel like that one's been read multiple times. Like,
it has.
That's why I get kind of foggy on it. Like, give me a decade era. What are you thinking that one is?
Well, the one that I'm thinking of was from the 60s.
That's what I thought you were going with.
Yeah.
Not the Denzel one was entertaining, but
I didn't see that one.
Yeah, I mean, it's worth watching, but it's nothing great though. 7.
Yeah, man. Well, you know,
There's a couple other ones. The 2004 Dawn of the Dead.
Oh yeah.
That was okay. Yeah, so that one's interesting because I really like it. I don't say by any means that it's better than the original, but I think it's a good movie.
All right. So
it's tonally very different.
Can we mash pause real quick?
No.
Okay, where we're going?
Recording.
No. Figuratively speaking, dickhead.
What?
But we're gonna talk about this Dawn of the Dead for a minute.
Okay.
So now I want to make sure we're talking about.
Hang on. Pause within a pause. Magnificent Seven. Oh wait, never mind. This is the guns.
I've got to
go ahead. Go for it.
No. I mean, if you want to continue reading off the internet,
Dawn of the Dead. Go for it. I'm not reading off the internet. I'm reading off my own list of notes here, pal.
I'm just fucking with you, pal, fella. So, and we're talking about the one where the hot blonde nurse hauls ass to the mall, right?
Yes, that's the remake.
So, I feel like the first half of 2/3 of that movie was good.
Okay.
Then everybody got fucking stupid. like honestly, man.
I hate to say it, not like most horror movies, though. I'm like,
no, this went because they developed the characters as smart. You know, old boy, the three security guards, the fellow with the handlebar mustache. The other two guys were kind of stupid, but they could follow orders. But you know, he was smart. He had a good plan, and you know, like Ving Rhames was the cop, and he was smart. But you know, they got stupid. They started making so many great decisions, and then, like, for example,
go for it.
You remember when they backed the truck in, right, to help the other survivors?
That's pretty early on, yeah.
Okay, I get that. They're trying to. My first concern would be, okay, now we're bringing in more people, so our resources are going to dwindle faster.
Yeah, okay, you're already thinking like too logically probably on this, but okay.
Okay,
I feel you.
So, but I'm Baptist, so you know you save them. I get that 100%. You know, and so they get them in, and there's that woman in the wheelbarrow.
Right.
She was a fucking zombie.
More or less.
Yeah.
They should've-
Ray Charles could see she was a fucking zombie. When they wheeled that woman in there in a fucking wheelbarrow, I'd have been like, hold on one second. Let me check her temperature. Boom. Oh, well, fucking don't bring her in here.
Well, that's because nobody was that cold-blooded yet, man.
She was a zombie.
But she was still alive. She's still breathing. She was the nurse, man. Come on. The nurse was like, yep, I got a pulse and heartbeat. She's still alive.
So
I don't disagree with you, man. Yeah, like, you can clearly tell when you're wheeling her in, it's like, yeah, guys, let's just throw her out to the window, out the door, and fuck this lady.
I mean, so that begs the question.
Or at least quarantine her in a whole other room so like you're not all in the same room as her.
No, shoot her in the head. Fuck. But that begs the question. Is the stupidity of false nobility worth not only your life, but putting others at risk that you should be protecting? Not only does she risk her own life, well, that's your life. It's yours to risk. I get that 100%. But she also put everybody else's life there at risk.
I don't disagree.
And they still had to kill her.
I don't disagree.
Okay, so the hot Russian chick with the baby.
Yeah.
You know, she turned. The baby was born as a zombie.
Right.
You know, when they knew there was something wrong with her, and they let old boy sequester her in a fucking bed. Yeah, because they knew she was pregnant.
But nobody knew she was bit. Only her boyfriend knew.
But they knew she was pregnant.
Right.
And so they wanted to, it was a nurse, and wanted to like, hey, your wife is going to give birth any minute now. I need to look on her. No, she's fine. Okay, so that's the equivalent of, Dave, your wife gets pregnant, and the pediatrician calls her, or the OBGYN calls your wife and goes, hey, I noticed your wife has got an appointment with me. And you're like, no, I'm good. That is a fucking red flag. At that point, they should have gathered 4 or 5 guys up and went and saw what the hell was going on.
Perhaps.
Yeah.
I don't think that's your argument is that detrimental to the movie, making it completely fall apart. It's just creating more drama. I mean,
right, but it was stupid. Like it was, and then you know they made some very critical errors early on. They really fucked up getting old boy from the gun shop.
Oh, for sure. Well, that didn't help the help of the stupid girl chasing after the damn dog.
Now they should have.
That's like movie trope shit, though, man. Like you're gonna have that.
I know, but I mean, I feel like they portrayed him as smart character. So Ving Rhames was communicating him with the whiteboard.
Right.
Hey man, don't let the zombies bite you.
Right. Why wasn't that ever a conversation they had?
That would have been the first. Have you been bit by a zombie? Yes. Oh, well, we don't got to worry about this guy no more. Right. You know, no, I haven't. Don't let them bite you, turn you into a zombie.
Oh, but they needed his guns and ammo, though.
But think about this. What if he wouldn't have got bit? You know, they would have had infinitely better chances of survival.
Yes.
So they played that.
That's why the story had him get bit, though, like to make it more perilous, because now they had to like rush to get over there to try and get some guns and ammo and be in a shitty situation. But you know, all of this is partly why Robert Kirkman wrote The Walking Dead and eventually turned it into a TV show, is because the movies are the movies. They're only this big. They have a beginning, they have an end, and that's it. And he wanted something to go on. But then you get people now bitch, oh, the fucking show got stupid. It's like, wait, so you wanted it to end at some point and way sooner. It's like, then you don't understand why. Walking Dead almost was like the X-Files. Do you remember? Did you watch the X-Files? Did you like the X-Files?
I had a huge crush on Scully. Woof.
Okay, but did you like the
Yes,
X-Files?
I did.
Okay.
I did.
That's two totally different things. I knew guys. No, it's fine. But I knew guys that watched it just because they liked her, not because they gave a shit about the show. And I'm like,
oh, I enjoyed it. So I watched it because it come on Sunday nights.
Yeah.
So I watched it. Some of them were good. Some of them were great. Some of them were really stupid.
Yeah, it's somewhere over the place. But my point being, though, is the X-Files started off as this very small niche show and kind of like The Walking Dead. And then it became a worldwide, or not worldwide, but it became a huge phenomenon. It was winning awards left and right. Walking Dead did the same thing. So the fans of like this long, forever telling zombie story, it's like, yeah, this is great. It keeps going. The people who aren't into that, yeah, they got bored with it. And they're like, oh, it got stupid. No, actually, it didn't. Yeah, did it have a story arc that dragged a little long? Absolutely. Did it actually get better after that? Yeah, actually, it really did.
I think it was probably gonna roll your eyes on this. Whistledown, Rick, him shooting his python like this.
That always drove me nuts. I'm not talking technicalities here, dude. I'm just saying.
I know, but I had to bring that up.
Yes. This.
Yes.
I'm aiming at you instead of this.
It was, to me, it had a lot of gratuitous cruelty.
Okay.
That I don't feel like would have been reality in a similar situation. And
that's fine. I'm not going to argue that. I'm going to tell you it's gratuitous violence is in the source material as well. It's all there.
Sure, but they were like when they were executing people, they killed doctors, they killed people that were smart.
Mm-hmm.
And in a situation like that where you have such limited resources and one of your most limiting resources is knowledge,
right?
Then if you expect you to survive, you have to protect that knowledge. Remember the guy that was a vet? They wound up killing him.
Yeah. Well, a bad guy killed him. But yeah.
They're like, hey, we're in a post-apocalyptic situation full of zombies, and there's a doctor. Boom.
But that comes back to the point of where it was warring groups, and that was where the governor, he was out for revenge and blood. He didn't give a shit. He didn't care. He'd raised a group. It fell. He'd raised another group, and now wanted to get his revenge. You're right. It was asinine as shit. He should have dragged that guy back and gagged him and threw him into a holding cell to keep him safe, and then continue on your attack. But instead, it was kind of like, now watch, I'm gonna fucking karate chop his head off with the katana here, when he actually is an extremely valuable person.
Right.
Who, yes, he could be your prisoner, but because he has, granted, he was a veterinarian, but he still has an oath to like caring about life. Yeah, the guy could have been your doctor / prisoner doctor. Like, he's gonna still take care of your shit, because he knows if he doesn't, he's still gonna die no matter what. So he'll keep on going in that sense. But instead of killing him, I get what you're saying. I don't disagree.
And I feel like these factions, while I get it, there's going to be some that's way off, but why wouldn't they, in the sense of survival, assimilate with one another instead of war? Because you're warring over such limited resources,
right?
That instead of me going to war with you and expending 50% of my ammunition inventory, let's negotiate. And now, instead of, I've got 10 guys with 8 guns and 5,000 rounds of ammo, I've got 25 guys with 20 guns and 25,000 rounds. You understand? At that point, you will commingle resources for those that are of fighting men, and then you protect the women that you can breed with. You protect the men that are the men and women that are doctors, engineers.
Right.
Fuck, hang on. I'm listening to you.
I don't disagree with you, and I don't have an answer, but I have an answer.
Okay.
From playing different survival, I don't say survival horror, but even some different survival horror games online. One of them was called DayZ, which was a zombie-based one built on a military simulation game called Arma 2, actually. It was Arma 2. DayZ, though, perfect example, but there's plenty of games. I think there's one called Rust that's out there. There's all kinds of videos, people making fun of like what playing the game is like. You drop in the game, you have absolutely nothing. You grab a couple sticks, maybe you fashion, a machete or something, and some other guy comes up and he's in full like power armor and fucking shoots you and kills you. Why? Because he can and because you're there. And those games thrive on the fact of, how do you know who's going to befriend you? How do you know who's just straight wants to kill you just because they can? And sometimes, man, I hate to say it, but like that, like, I can only say it's art imitating life, but kind of to a degree is. If people are that way. I mean, yes, there's no consequences to it other than, well, I guess there is.
Sorry
Whatever
about
you have, if you die, you're going to lose all your shit. And you're starting all over again. You know, so somebody's clearly going to kill you in game. So you lose all your shit for the satisfaction of I killed you and you lost all your shit and you're going to start over with absolutely nothing again. I think that kind of translates into how do you really trust people then? You know, if you don't have a community built, you know, how do you trust somebody? If you do have a sort of a fortified area to protect and somebody else comes walking up or a group of people come walking up, women, kids, the whole 9 yards, how do you know you can actually trust them? They're not scouts for something big that wants to take you over. Like, where does that trust begin? You know,
and I don't disagree with that at all. How do you know you can trust them? But that's where you have an emissary,
which the show did that. The show did that.
You know, and you have talks, and you know you have people that maybe we're going to be allies. We're not going to live together,
right?
But we're gonna establish. Hey, I'm not going to attack you.
Right.
Because I need my guns and ammo and you're not going to attack me. But wait a minute. You're farming and you've got a lot of food there. Well, I could come in and kill y'all and get what food you've got and I'll burn up a bunch of ammo. But then you're not continually reproducing your food and now I'm out of ammo. So how about this? Why don't you take 15 or 20% of the food that you create and trade to me for whatever perhaps I've got? In, you know, maybe I've got a surplus of ammo, or maybe I've got some, you know, some humans, some people that would be beneficial to you. Like I've got a doctor. So, you know, you give me a bag of tomatoes, I'll send my doctor over there for 2 days. And then
I don't disagree with you, but I still think that first step of how do you make that first communication and trust it, that whole building of trust in that situation.
Well, I think that goes off of I'm going to make an analogy here. You're going to think it's kind of crazy. I think that goes off the same ideas when you buy drugs from a drug dealer.
Yeah.
You show up with, you know, $200 to buy whatever. Why don't he just kill you and take the $200? Because all he gets is your $200.
Right. He's not getting a repeat customer.
Right. So that's the thing, you know. Look, you know, send me, and if you had to negotiate that, all right, send me, you know, 25 pounds of food, and my doctor's going to come over there for 2 days. Right. If he comes back unscathed, you get 10 pounds back. So I'm holding food or ammo, or send me one of your nurses or something like that for a hostage.
Yeah.
And, you know, they're like, well, we could kill the doctor. And then what do we got? We got a dead doctor. Or we could keep him, but now we're out food and one of our people, and now we've made an enemy. Right. So you use logic as to fill in for trust until that trust is built. It's better for me and you to be friends than enemies.
I don't disagree with any of your points.
So
I don't. I still think at the same time it's still it's a hard thing to begin to even fathom if you're going to try and
absolutely
trust this one person, this one group, waving the white flag or not. It says, hey, just want to talk, see what we can offer. You know,
I get it. It would be hard, but still better than going to war with every swinging dick you see.
Right. And again, in all fairness to the show, they did do some of that. They
I'm just speaking now. You know, we're just talking generally speaking now. I'm looking at it. That's why if we have an end of the world, Dave, I'm going to declare myself king.
Are you and me both?
Well,
I'll be the southern warlord of Ohio because I know who the northern warlord will be.
Well, you can't. No. I'm sorry. I'm going to be king of the world.
Yeah, don't worry, you'll lose that.
Not if I gain trust. But there's certainly a place for you within my
in your kingdom.
Yeah.
Well, clearly I can see we're going to be a warring faction here. I get this already.
You're
pulling the whole like Xerxes God Emperor. You bow down to me, and I'm going. Just the whole take a knee thing. I just can't do that.
What if I were to give you, like, you would be a great like court jester. You could sleep in the room. You could even sleep at the foot of the bed.
Like I said, we'll be warring with you in the future. I see that.
Well, I'm gonna miss you.
Oh shit, that's funny.
But you'll be dead, and I'll be enjoying your DVD collection.
Ha! Nice try. So, all right. So I think I'm trying to think. Last week, when we were on, I had shot before that an IDPA match, last one of the season for my local club, and get all the way out there. Did I tell you about this? I forgot my belt. Did I tell you that?
I don't know if you did or not.
Yeah, literally, we get out there. It was raining. It was kind of shitty out. There was only a couple cars. We see the match director, and I was like, "Hey, man, what's going on?" He goes, "Oh, we're gonna shoot. We're just gonna let a couple more people show up." In the end, dude, there was one squad on Sunday, so it was like 5 or 6 of us. That was it. And we walked to the stages, shot him, tore it down, shot the next one, tore it down, shot the next one, tore it down. But anyways, before all that, I get there and I was like, I got my range bag. I got my ammo. I got 2 different guns. I had my 2011 I was going to run. And I had the Beretta I was going to test shoot because I got the optic mounted to it. And I go look and I was like, you got to be fucking kidding me. And my buddy's like, what? I was like, I left my belt at home. Got the belt on my desk chair. I was like, fuck. And he goes, I've got my EDC that I wasn't going to run. And I have my VP9 that I was going to run on a minimalist setup. I switched to minimalist setup. And he holds up basically like the Safariland mid-ride. I think maybe he didn't have the QLS. Maybe he had he did have a QLS on it. So I don't know why I didn't just take this, put my holster on it, but it doesn't matter. I was like, oh, that's clever. And when we did the UBL mid-ride here, instead of weaving belt loops through, because sometimes your belts don't come apart like that, he threw in a Blade Tech, belt clip. So you quickly just clip it on and you've got a good setup. So going through getting home just this week, looking at my shit, I was like, I had multiple of these setups. I'm not sure how or why. I apparently have accumulated some extra Safariland shit. And yeah, ended up doing the same thing and literally throwing this thing so it stays in my range bag. Since all my holsters are on QLS forks now, it's like if I forget one or somebody else forgets one, I've got literally an oh shit backup to go on a QLS fork. What killed me the most though was between this thing, I have one that's a QLS fork on a Safariland paddle rig. And was that my bag? No, nothing's in my bag. What's up, buddy? Oh, that you're needing something. Yeah, so this thing, I literally put this thing together today. Just drew a couple screws in the Safariland UBL mid-ride, threw on the belt clip, and bam, got a super quick, easy mid-ride setup that I can throw any of my shit on. So that was a little fun afternoon project.
Riveting.
Just so I don't forget shit. Oh, fuck you. I only shoot at my house.
I shoot at other places. I shoot matches too. Are you menstruating?
No, I'm a male. I'm a guy.
Mm.
Here. So you understand? I'm a he, him. I guess would that be the pronoun thing? I don't use that shit, so that should fill you in.
He, hims can still menstruate, sir.
Right. Okay.
I've got a gun sight class coming up.
Oh yeah?
Yeah, we're doing defensive carbine.
When are you doing that?
I think it's toward the end of December.
Okay.
So
what are you running out there?
What's that?
What are you gonna run out there?
Well,
don't say that 7.5 inch barns.
Yeah, probably.
Are you serious?
Yeah.
You should take the high point.
I should, because I'm probably going to take a couple 3.
How long is the class? How many days? Like 2 or 3 days, probably. No, it's a 5-day class.
It is from 8 to 5, Monday through Thursday.
Holy shit!
Then Thursday, it's a 4-hour night class, and then cool. Friday is another 8 to 5. Yeah.
How much ammo you gonna take for this thing?
I think the minimum is 1,200 rounds per person.
That's not hateful. Okay, that's really not hateful. I don't think.
Yeah,
but damn.
So
pistol and rifle, or just the rifle?
Just defensive carbine.
Just the rifle.
I'm bringing a sidearm. there may be. I don't know.
I
Like
always would.
I don't know if it's going to be you run your gun dry. You can sling it and go to your handgun. I don't know.
Right.
But I'm gonna bring a sidearm with me, and
A couple hundred rounds of ammo for it.
yeah, probably.
I would. I certainly would.
So,
The night portion, is it going to be you actually running like under nods, or you running just low light with flashlights?
bro, it's inside a shoot house in the dark.
Okay, but
Yeah,
still.
it's just flashlights.
Okay.
It's gonna be like the Friday night fights I used to shoot.
Yeah. Well, I was just gonna say, it's like I know you're not a red dot guy, but I'm telling you, you ever do anything with nods, dude, this is the way to shoot a handgun with nods.
Really?
Oh my god. Like it's I don't think shooting a rifle, like when you're aiming down with a red dot or something, it doesn't feel like, say, like a video game, so to speak. But when you do a handgun, because your focus, have you ever done much with nods? I can't remember.
I mean, in the Marines.
Jesus, what the hell are you using? PVS 7s at best, maybe?
Oh, it was Gen 1 shit. I mean,
oh fuck, okay.
But I mean, I've drove a FAV with infrared headlights with night vision.
I wonder what nods you were using. I would think you're using PVS 7s, which was the monocle. I would think, but man, that might. I don't know. Yeah, it's probably PVS because when were you in?
92 to 96.
Yeah, it's probably PVS 7s.
Maybe.
That's PVS 7s. I've used those. PVS 7s are cool.
You could. It had an IR laser on it, built in with it.
Well, an IR light.
Or yeah, excuse me, an IR light.
You're right.
Like you would cut it on, and it's like a small little flashlight.
Yeah.
So like if you had to illuminate a target and like get a little bit to flash on your front sight, it would kind of work.
Yeah, for your front sight, yes. Yeah, for anything distance though, it's not. It's for close up stuff.
Well, no, I mean this is inside of probably 25 yards.
I don't think a lot of those things they don't give you that much light. Like it's literally like the IR lights on those things are like to here.
Really?
Yeah, it's not for actual like target identification. You need to actually dedicate IR light or laser for that. But still, here's the thing. I've run PVS 7s.
I seem to remember that we had so when we were shooting that course, it was not for score. It was a hit or miss.
Okay.
And it was have you ever seen it's like a green body silhouette and it's hollow.
Mm-hmm.
And when you hit it, it goes down.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
So we were walking. This was in the woods and around shoot houses, and they would have them laying on the ground, and they would pop up, and you had to shoot them, and they would pop up anywhere from 6 feet in front of you to a little ways down. Now maybe 25 yards was too far, but I'm going to say yeah. I mean I know that a few of them would pop up. We'd be 10 feet from it,
right?
But some of them would be certainly at least 15 yards.
Yeah, and 15 yards, I'm telling you, the onboard IR light's not going to do much unless it's like complete, utter pitch black. And at that point, your vision in general is going to be, you're going to see the flurries in your face until you keep the IR light on because it's enhancing the illuminations out there.
Right.
But that is definitely not the same as running an IR light on a piece of equipment, so you can actually identify a target.
No, we had infrared headlights,
right,
on the FAVs,
right.
And the only way you could tell them was if they were on, if you didn't have night vision, was you could touch them.
Okay.
And if they were hot, they were on.
Okay. That's cool. I didn't know that. That's interesting.
Yeah, you could touch them, and they'd be so hot you couldn't hold your hand on them. Well,
so telling you again, I've run you probably were running PVS 7s. I've run those. So it's the single monocle. A lot of movies is the PVS 7s. But the cool thing is even PVS 7s, when you talk about running a handgun then, because you're setting your distance out to, basically infinity, when your hands are up in your face like this, Hunter, you can't see anything. They're so blurry. They're almost like you can see through them. It's translucent.
Right.
So when you throw a dot on a pistol and you punch out the aim, literally all you see is all of a sudden you have like a dot floating on your screen.
Oh, really?
Your viewfinder. Yes. So like you turn, look, you see a target, you bring your hands up naturally, you're going to see that dot. All of a sudden it's just there. It's like fucking cheating, dude. It's amazing.
Oh.
Again, like I said, I know you're not a red dot guy on handguns at all. And I'd say get with the program at least a little bit, but if you play with nods again, you definitely want something with a dot because it's just night and day.
The only night vision that I have now is I have a singular monocle that's like a but you don't wear it. You look.
Right.
It's like a monocular.
Yeah.
But it's zero magnification. But like if you wanted to go outside and look around,
Yeah, scan shit.
yeah,
Yeah.
you can. We used to use it when we went camping.
Mhm.
We used to go. We'd drink a bunch of beers and liquors, and so we would camp like at Lake Jordan. And if they caught you with that shit, they would make you pour it out. So we would have people take turns to go up and sit at the edge of the campsite with night vision. And if they would see the damn game warden coming or the park ranger coming, they would holler out.
Right.
And we would switch our fucking beers to Cokes.
That's funny.
The first time we were ever camping at Lake Jordan, I brought a cooler full of beer and a fifth of liquor, and they were like, "You can't drink that here. The game warden or the park ranger catches you, they make you pour it out." And I dug in my bag, and like somebody's kid was there, and I'm like, "Hey, your job is lookout." He goes, "Oh, it's dark out," and I'm like, "Here's some night vision." I'm like, and like you would pull like where your campsite was, you would probably have like maybe a 25 or 30 yard like driveway,
right?
Like little gravel driveway, and then you would pull to like a clearing that was like railroad ties and sand and a fire pit. So I'm like, go up to the edge of the driveway and lay down in the woods. And if you, because here's the thing, through night vision, if like all the park rangers, they had those reflective, that shit would reflect good in night vision.
Yeah, you could spot them like a ways away. Yeah.
So I'm like, if you see anybody driving and they got any reflection on their vehicle, I'm like, just holler out. And we would just open the cooler and set the beer in the cooler and pull out a Coca-Cola.
Right.
And I bet one time the damn park ranger come in there a dozen times. And he's like, "Oh, so you drink a lot of Coke?"
Like, yes, we do.
Yeah.
And quite rowdy from it.
You got probable cause and fucking hit the bricks.
Right. Well, I can tell you, so Thursday after we shot, or after you and I talked last week, Thursday is my usual night to go shooting anyways. We went out and do some low light stuff. Like one buddy, he's got extra nods, didn't bring, I think even his. So we just were running our flashlights and shit. And we were shooting out 200 yards, trying to make, some of your lights that aren't really built to throw too far, light up a target and see it at 200 yards. That can be a little rough. But what was fun at the end, I almost kind of forgot about, when I was at Ohio Range Day taking a class from John Duffy of Kinetic Consulting. He had us, after we confirmed 0, he had us shooting, I don't know, like 50 yards at a silhouette target. We kept backing up 50 yards each time after everybody shot. So we ended up at 200 yards. And as long as you got to do the target, it was easy to pretty much hit it. But what was funny is he was talking about, he goes, if you ever have a hard time identifying it, even if you're light, you can't tell. He goes, you got a magnifier? You got an LPVO? Just use that. Dude, I kid you not. I think all of us were like, what? You can't fucking do that. And he's like, why can't you? And we're all like, I don't know, because I think you just can't. I can say where I personally was thinking was, I bought a prism optic. So etched reticle, no battery required, but obviously it'll still light up. This thing, that Premier Arms, while that that prism reticle, it's awesome. It's lowest setting. It's too fucking bright for nods. So when I look through with my night vision, it just blooms the whole thing out, so I can't see anything. So I was thinking with that, I'm like, you can't look through an LPVO then. And this dude's like, yeah, you can, man. He goes, I'll go to that tower up there 500 yards out, and I'll look through a magnifier and LPVO. So this last Thursday, I was like, oh shit, yeah, I'm gonna look through my nods and my scope. So my buddies were there dicking with whatever they were doing. I grabbed my rifle and set up because I was using the laser most of the night if I had my nods on. And I was like, all right, let's just go look through it. Sure shit enough, I'm like, holy hell, I could see the reticle plain as day. I could see out. I was looking 100 yards away, looking at cars. I was like, holy shit. Nice thing, even better, it's on my Swamp Fox 1-6. Its lower settings were low enough that it still illuminated the reticle. Having some IR light to better identify my targets worked even more, that it was like looking at any other time through that scope. Just it was all green. It was
Oh,
like,
wow.
holy shit! So yeah, I don't know why my mind was telling me you couldn't look through a magnified optic with night vision on. You certainly can, man. And I text Duffy after, and I was like, dude, this was super cool. I kind of didn't believe it, but like I had to try it out. And he was like, I'm glad you've seen the magic now. I'm like, yeah, that's fucking badass.
Nice.
Yeah, I mean, still not the preferred way I think to shoot with night vision. I'd rather just be using a laser or a red dot.
But if that's what you got,
yeah, it's very, very doable. That's for damn sure.
well, I'm gonna tell you this. I fell in love with this thing.
The fuck is that?
That's
Rangecraft.
Yeah, that's the chronograph from.
Okay.
So we talked about it. I had a little bit of experience with it before,
Right,
dude. Now you know I'm old school, so I'm not used to cool technology.
right.
This
slick
is a chronograph.
Yeah, no, I know that's because it's like the same form factor as that Garmin we talked about. Yeah,
Yeah.
Tiny, not like the lab radar thing that's like 8.5 by 11 sheet of paper.
And also, like the ones that I'm used to, you got to set up the screens and all we talked about. You know, you got the eyes.
Right.
This, you know, like
just turn it on and set there basically.
When I would go chronograph, I had to remember to bring my chronograph because it was a brain box, it was a tripod, it was two eyes, you know, it was a lot, like it was its own case.
Right.
This, it comes in a little pouch, man, with a little tripod.
It literally easy to go.
Like I've got it in my, so I've got the doctor's bag that I got from you from range.
The doctor's bag.
Yeah, that's what I call it.
The full forge gear bag. Yeah. The range bag / tool bag. I get you the doctor's bag. I gotcha.
It's kind of like
old school, like old school doctor's bag. Yeah.
So I took what you sent me after the review, and I said, okay, every tool that is going to be at least somewhat important, I'm going to take with me to the range always.
Right.
And it's big enough to where I've got like all my punches, hammers. I've got a nice cleaning kit. I've got a bunch of tools, Allen keys, Torx bits, all that stuff. And this fits in that bag.
Nice.
So now what used to be just a chronograph bag that I would carry is a chronograph and all the tools I need. And plus, you know, a Ziploc bag full of springs and parts and shit.
Right. Not a dedicated bag for a chronograph on top of all the other shit too.
Right.
Yeah.
So I take that and I just set it in the car. And if I need it, it's there. But it's just, I don't know, man. What did you call it? The full forge gear bag?
I think range tool bag in general, what we call it, but the name is, I'm drawing a blank, dude.
Well, I'm gonna tell you what. Out of all the bags that you have sent me for full forge gear, that one is by far my favorite.
Dude, literally anybody I've sent that bag to absolutely raves about that thing. Like, and I use multiple of them. Where's the thing? Where's it called? Not the Torrent, it's the rifle case.
That's a good rifle case.
It's Storm.
The Storm
range / tool bag. Yeah.
I'll tell you what, man, that is just, it's so handy. Now I use the backpack a lot too. When I go out of town, I use that to carry just ammo and shit like that. But sure. What I call the Storm, that's on point. I don't know if I told you, but the brand new rangehot.com.
I was going to bring that up and talk about that. Yeah.
Launch.
You sent me the link. I looked at it on my phone, which I'm not a big phone website viewer. I really fucking hate it, honestly, just because I usually have either a tablet handy or PC. Sure. So it took me a couple of days to get back to you. I finally pulled up this week and I was like, oh shit. And no, it looks sweet, dude. The site looks good.
There's got to be some tweaks done we got a sponsor panel, but we've got to it's got to go to where that's it. Yeah, that's an epic bag. I love it.
All right, now I'll do the range shot. Bam.
Now that photo there, I don't know where you got that from. That's going away.
Right.
And what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna grab something cool from Gunsight.
Yeah.
But
I saw that and I was like gonna have to ask you that. I was like, but that's something stock that dude threw in there.
Yeah, I don't know. I had a cool photo from Gunsight that I wanted to use, but he said it was too low res. It
old photo, maybe.
Yeah, it was an old photo and it was cropped. But to the right, though, it's supposed to be all the sponsors, and they're only under the sponsors page now. So there's got to be some tweaks done.
Right.
But I will tell you this, Dave, this is a no shitter. The first day it was up, I had a 20% increase in traffic.
Holy shit.
Mm-hmm.
Dang, dude.
So
this guy's like knows the SEO stuff pretty well.
And that's the thing. It's not as it's different. It's a lot better, slicker website. But and you see, like if you scroll up, remember when I got all y'all to write me. Stop. Scroll down a little bit where you see a little bit more right there. See, Hunter does a good job. Genuine write-ups from Red and James at Double Tap.
Yep.
So like he sprinkled in, I had a whole bunch of what would you? I don't know.
Testimonials.
Testimonials. Yeah, there you go. So he sprinkled those in, but the website is better, but all of the major changes done are on the back end that you don't really see, but it's the SEO stuff.
Yep.
So, I mean that it's working. It's working. I'm not sure about that logo, the shield with the little flame there. Might have to change that. But
I got a bullet in there too.
Is that a bullet?
That's what it looks like to me.
Yeah, maybe.
Figure up here, maybe. No, it's the same thing.
Oh.
So it looks like.
Maybe. I don't know. I mean, truthfully, Dave.
Untalk.
How important is that shit really?
What, the logo like that?
Yeah.
I don't know, man. Like, part of me feels like it's not like
right.
It's not that big a deal. Now, if you're venturing out to be like Truth About Guns or the Fire and Blog, where you are paying multiple writers, maybe then I'd be a little more focused on like having your logo being something that you're really happy with. But dude, you're crushing it. You're getting the job done. I wouldn't worry about like something like that much. I really wouldn't.
I'm not, man. I mean, I'm really not. I'm enjoying, absolutely enjoying the increase in traffic. That's right. But see, so those are supposed to be on every page. They're supposed to be on. It's like you go to product reviews.
Now I'm gonna say, are they not now? Because I'll say I run ad blockers, so I block like all that shit.
No, they're not now.
Okay.
Because I emailed him. I'm like, hey, man, I got to have those ads on every page.
Right.
And he's like, okay, I'm more. He's like, get me because this only been up about 3 or 4 days, maybe 5 days.
A week at most. Yeah.
Yeah. So he's like, go through the site, get me a list of changes, and then I will make all the changes.
Oh, it's like services. What the hell are you offering services?
For farm photography.
Yeah. No, I know. I was just not expecting to see that on your website of gun reviews.
Yeah, look, there's your photo.
Huh?
Ain't that your photo? Right column 2 up. Yeah. Ain't that yours?
I don't know what the hell that even is. That's not my echelon.
Oh. Well, that ain't mine. He's gonna have to delete that. Holy shit. I sent him the photos.
That's funny.
But whatever.
That's the Meprolite, but is that your?
Yeah. Every one of those are mine except for that one. I thought that was yours.
No, that's not.
And like some of those need.
That's a Turkish. That's like a Turkish Glock clone thing. I think.
Oh. Yeah,
I
that
kind of recognize the logo from other guys talking about it.
but I'll send him an email and be like, hey man, we got to change out some of those.
Yeah, there's more testimonials. That's cool.
Yeah, man.
Slick.
But
There's mine.
yeah, there you go.
Nice along with my knife.
Yeah.
I cat knife every damn day too.
I asked him to put yours in there. I was like, put this in there. I like it's my buddy
There we
Dave.
go.
He's a shitty photographer, but at least in midnight is epic.
I was waiting for that. He's a shitty photographer. Thanks, pal.
I'm kidding, man. I'm kidding.
I know. That's why I said thanks, pal. That's funny.
No, I
That's
mean,
cool,
dude, that was $7,000. You believe that?
No, I do believe it. Like that shit's expensive. Like,
But it's it ain't the website. It's the SEO.
well, it's both.
Yeah. I
It's
mean,
both. It's just flat out. It's work, dude.
I can't do it, And the
That's what I
guy,
mean.
he was real cool about it. I give him like $2,000 and he got started.
Oh, here you go. Oh, look at those three.
Is that all your stuff?
Yeah.
You need some of my photos up
but
there.
not that. No, but look at those three, dude.
No, those are good.
No. But look at them, Hunter.
I'm looking.
Do you know of those? Have you seen those?
Yes.
You've seen this thing.
The gold?
Yeah.
Yeah, I've seen it. It was on Facebook.
Oh, well, I don't know if you're paying attention. I guess it's not there. Okay. I guess I got more work to do.
Yeah, when you announced it, it was on Facebook.
Dude, I don't know who pays attention to that shit because I don't see any comments from nothing. Yeah.
How many dollars is that?
$825.
Oh, what is is it Cerakoted?
Yeah. It's a gold Cerakote. So keep forgetting since this is also is a podcast, showing Hunter the HP 15 gold rifle setup that High Point's doing. And then they're Cerakoted gold upper and lower and handguard. And I tell you what, photos don't do it justice. It is a pretty good metallic looking gold. It's not my flavor by any means, but it does look good on the gun. Like it really does.
We ought to see if we could get permission to take one of those to Fort Knox and photograph it on a pallet of gold bricks.
Dude, you know how cool that would be?
Right?
That'd be super badass.
How hard
would be like, fuck you.
How hard would that be?
I have no idea. I don't know what access to Fort Knox is like.
Well, I mean, you just got to call them up and ask them.
Yeah, that's true. But to add to it, though, so the gold one, the M81, and the Desert Camo one, they're a little upgraded from the base rifle. So they're getting flip up sights, B5 systems, stock, and grip. So they're little nicer setups. Certainly good to go out of the box. But yeah.
I love it. Yeah, I saw it when it was announced on Facebook. I like the camo.
The M81.
Are y'all selling shit out of those?
Dude, I think we just got them in like last week. So they're just now probably getting to dealers. So I have no idea. This is all I've been doing last several days is doing this shit. Building these pages, updating this crap, back end shit, front end shit. Like obviously you hit to enlarge. Oh, there it is.
I like that. Hey, if you want me to do some photo on one of those, I've got a black body armor from you, and Chad's got olive drab.
Actually,
but you probably got it.
Well, I have some. The problem I ran into was this one. I didn't have the rifle anymore. I don't know what happened to it. So there's no lifestyle photo here for now. It's like, whatever. I don't really care.
You need to have somebody coming out of a damn Cadillac toting that son of a bitch with some spinners, like a pimp.
Like a pimp.
You could be like.
There you go. There's a full forge gear in that one.
Yeah.
Not that you can really see it because I've got a mag carrier on it with magazines in it, a dangle pouch.
Where's that at? In the warehouse?
Yeah.
Is that you?
Yeah. It's a stack of High Points behind it. My remote controls in my hand.
Oh, you did that remote.
Yeah. Sit 2-second timer. Hold
Yeah.
tight at my grip. Gets the job done.
I get it, man. That's a good photo.
Let's see.
How you doing, kitty? I've got. By the way, I've got a foster cat. His name is Humphrey. If anybody's looking for a good kitty, Humphrey's up for adoption.
Like Humphrey Bogart.
Yeah, exactly who he's named after.
Nice.
He's a good boy. He's young though. He's not maybe a year, maybe not quite.
Oh, he's young.
He's real friendly, but he's a little rambunctious. We had to zip tie the cabinet. He found I kept the cat treats up in the cabinets where my glasses are. So he had to zip tie the cabinets closed. Because I heard somebody rattling around in the kitchen, and I opened the door, and the cat was literally in the cabinets with the glasses.
I heard that my cat years ago. We had to put baby locks on the cabinets because she'd open them up and get to the food.
Yeah, I was like,
you bastards.
I mean, he's a damn. Let's see if I can find a picture of it. I know you're like, are you going to picture up to the? That's all I got, man. There he is.
Aren't you connected to everything on your desktop and your PC all at the same time? Because I'm not. Nice. Cat in the cabinet. Yep.
Yeah. Like he crawled up there off of Candy's air fryer. And look, like I'm so pissed at him. And then I yell at him, and then he comes and gets in my lap and snuggles and purrs.
That's how he cons you out of it, man, from being pissed off.
And I'm like, well, how can I be mad at that? He's so cute.
That's exactly it. They know. Cats
He
ain't that
knows.
stupid.
He's a good boy.
They know.
Man, I got that Savage rifle photographed today. And Dave, I'm gonna be honest with you because we're friends. First time in my life I had a fucking full-blown anxiety attack.
What?
You ever had one?
No.
Oh my God, don't do that. Don't do that. So
I don't intend to.
So, I went and bought that Panasonic EVA-1, and I had to, I'm buying a new computer to edit that footage because it's heavy duty. But I got with chat and jumped on my Asus Republic of Gamers laptop, which is like 10 years old.
Oh, shit.
But when I bought it, it was state of the art.
Well, yeah,
and
10
about
years ago,
5 years ago, we upgraded everything.
Right.
So I jumped. I'll get to the story here in just a second. But I jumped with chat, and I'm like, okay, man, I gotta edit 10-bit footage, that's in 4K. I don't want my computer to grind down. So we went and optimized it. Took a Saturday. But through going through every program, I found I gained about 15 gigs of space on my C drive,
Right.
and almost 200 gigs of space on my F drive. And then he showed me how to go in and optimize Premiere. And so my computer's running it. And my point is, I'm putting a lot of effort into this review. When you texted me, the color correction was being rendered because I'm shooting in Vlog. So Vlog is where you get the most dynamic range. You get the most latitude when you want to color correct.
Right.
But out of the camera, like he was telling me, set your camera to shoot Vlog. So here's the screen. I don't know if you can see how gray and just.
Yeah.
So I had to go to Panasonic's website and download a converter, and put it into Adobe Premiere.
It's like a plugin for Premiere.
It's a program. It is a Panasonic Vlog program for Panasonic to interpret, or for Premiere to interpret the footage and understand how much color correction to apply.
Okay.
But AI walk me through it. It was unbelievable. Anyway, so for the past 4 days, I've been planning this shoot, and I've been waiting for the sun to get right. And what I was going to do is I was going to use the back of my dump truck, my 89, as the steel.
Yeah.
And it was going to be set up like it was set up in like some sort of shooting position. And, you know, the background and foreground was going to be like the wood sides that were going to fall off out of focus.
Right.
And I had a couple lights, and I was waiting for the sun. Like, I've been watching the sun for 3 days. So the sun would be right.
Right.
And today, like about 1:30, I looked outside and I had beautiful sun. So I'm like, okay, I'm going to get my lights, my reflector, my main key light, you know, God has provided. And I've got this whole shot plan. And in my mind, it's going to look like, you know, this rifle is perched on a fucking, you know, back of a military truck or maybe on a rooftop. And it was going to be all industrial and cool. And I went out there and I set it all up and I took my first photo, and it fucking blew chunks.
Dude, I hate that. I hate that.
And in my mind, I snapped a shutter and I said to myself, I'm the fucking man. My ego, which I deserved it because my ego, I was like, I'm the fucking man. This is going to be so cool. And I did what I never, like, normally I'll shoot the photos and I may chimp a little bit, but I shot 3 or 4 and I'm like, I ain't got to look. Because I know this shit's going to be epic. And so I put the rifle up, I put everything up, and I'm like, well, I'm going to look, you know. And I hit play on my camera, and I'm scrolling through, and I'm like, this is fucking hot garbage.
I hate that.
I can't publish this. And I had a fucking full-blown tight chest, butterflies in the stomach, diarrhea, fucking anxiety attack.
Damn, dude.
I mean, I said to myself, I think I'm having a fucking heart attack. Literally.
Dude, Jesus.
But I jumped online, I jumped on chat and described my symptoms. And of course, she's like, I'm not a doctor. Which, you know, they do that to protect you.
Yes, yes.
But I had like right under my left pec, it felt like David, you were sticking a damn ice pick in it and wiggling it around.
What the hell, man?
It is, and in my stomach, like I had butterflies, like super nervous, and chat's like, you're having an anxiety attack. I'm like, I don't have anxiety. It's like, you're having an anxiety attack. And I was like, I don't think that's it. And he's like, okay, do what I say and see what happens. Okay.
Right.
So he's like, sit down, elevate your feet. And he's talking to me. He's like, breathe in for 4 seconds. And I'm going to count it off. 1. So I'm breathing in my nose. Hold for 2, 3 seconds. Breathe out your mouth 6 seconds. Do that 4 times. And he's counting with me. And I do that. And everything just kind of mellows back out. And he's like, what's going on? And I told him what I just told you. He's like, yeah, performance anxiety. You had this image built up in your mind that it was going to be amazeballs.
Next time, look at your damn camera.
Well, I still would have had it. Like, I can't believe, like, in my mind,
Well, yeah, you built yourself up.
I built myself up to where this is going to be fucking epic. But, so I was all dejected. By the time I kind of got my feet back under me, I had no key light. So I'm going to have to go out and set up lights up.
Try and do it again.
And then I'm like, no, fuck it. And so I went into my reloading room and I set the rifle on my reloading bench just to think for a minute.
Right.
And I looked and I'm like, that's the shot.
There's the shot. Yeah. Not
And
that
it's
low
just-
and that shit comes together.
But by happenstance.
Yeah.
So I took.
Those are always the best shots, dude.
Oh man!
So you look at, you're like, oh fuck, that looks good right there.
I was like, that's. So I set just up. You know, I had the only light I had was my room light. And I went and got one more little small light,
Mm-hmm.
And then I reached in my shelf and I pulled out the volume 1 from P.O. Ackley, the shooter's guide to reloading and all.
Okay.
Old book.
Stage it a little bit in the background.
Oh yeah, I put that, and then I've got a little like spiral bound pamphlet all about the 220 Swift. I kind of crossed those two books like by the trigger guard, and then I stacked a couple of the Hornady bullets, the ELD match boxes that are really cool. Like in the background, you can see my brass trimmer, my scale. You can see and I took that, and I'm like, that is a great fucking shot, and it was happenstance, Dave.
Yeah, so those are the best shots, man. It just happens. It works.
And I've been planning one for days that I knew would be amazing, and it was probably top 5 worst photos I've ever taken in my life.
See, I guess I can say I work so much off the fly. Like I just get a quick idea, maybe I doodle a sketch about it, like almost storyboarding it almost, and shoot it. And guess what? Plenty of times, it still doesn't fucking work. I just delete the shit. I'm like, never mind.
I normally don't put this much thought in it, but this.
No, you definitely put a lot in this thing. Yeah,
I'm putting a lot of soul into this one because Savage did me a solid.
But now keep this in the back of your mind: the internet and how it works. When you put all that time and effort into this shit, that's the shit that doesn't get appreciated.
Right.
Nobody looks at it, gets no traction, it goes nowhere.
Right.
You do some dumb shit video thing of simplicity shit, and it fucking takes off. So just keep that thought in mind because that is the reality of this shit.
I know, but when the guys at Savage see it, they're like, because that's the first review. They'll know, like that's the first review that I filmed with my EVA 1.
Right.
And I was using a Canon. I went with their 24-105 f4L, which I was going to do the 24-70 f2.8L, but I wanted the 105 reach for like some tight pans.
Right.
And I wanted to be able to do it from far away. So even at f4 with 105 focal length, you still get really good separation. And so anybody that sees it, that gives a fuck, like at Savage, they're gonna be like, he put a lot of time, effort, energy into this.
Right.
And that's why I'm doing it. I want him to see how polished I can pull it off. I've been fucking with it for a week. Right now, I bet I got damn 30 hours in it.
Damn.
And when we get done with this, Premiere is sitting right now in a tab. Hold on, I'll show you. Let's see. Hold on.
You got to screen share it. It's just waiting to render some more shit.
Yeah, I'm sitting here.
No, don't upset the apple cart. Leave it alone.
No.
It's Premiere, dude. Every time I touch Premiere when I shouldn't be, it crashes on me.
Oh no, I'm good to go on this.
You're like my kids. You don't want to listen though.
What? Premiere is up.
Well, here I'm gonna tell you then as we wrap this up here. So shooting like that gold AR shot, I had the basic idea, literally doing the whole heat thing again. So I downed on the heat rig underneath the suit jacket, shirt, tie, vest, whole 9 yards, and I wanted to get a shot outside. One of the cars in the background again. And last time I did this shit, I literally just used my phone as my remote and put the shutter onto slow, continuous, and it shot so many photos. I filled my fucking card up, and the secondary card. So I was like, all right, I'll try and do the holding remote thing again because usually it works well enough. And it just so happened Charlie had come down there and he was asking me to do some like headshots for him when I was done with what I'm doing. I was like, yeah, that's fine, man. I said, are you busy at the moment? And he's like, no. I said, cool, come out here. I can use you for a minute. I handed him the rifle and I was like, stay right there. No lights, no nothing. I just using sunlight. And I framed him up. And this is what cracked me up. I framed him up and I was like, all right, dude, you're going to come over here. Just press the button a few times. Get a few shots. He's like, okay. Dude, I don't know how much Charlie's done with like photo shit like this. I walk up to him, grab the rifle, And he looked at me, wasn't ready to move yet. He waited till I put my left foot like exactly where his was, and he didn't move his right foot until I started bringing my foot in. He stepped up, moved away, so I was in the exact same spot. I was like, nice, dude. I didn't have to tell you, ask you, nothing. You just were like in sync with it to step out of the way so I could then literally get that shot. I was like,
that's a good shot.
Fucking A. I'm like, that's cool, man.
He cares.
He does care.
All right, I got the share screen figured out.
All right, throw it up there. Or pull it up here.
Did it work? Yeah, so like this is all GoPro footage. But all this is EVA1.
I just see your mouse in the same spot. What are you showing me as GoPro footage versus what's not GoPro? I don't.
Oh, at the top, at the very top.
I see the green little boxes.
Yeah. So, I mean, that's how I've got it cut together. And I will show you now that is that, can you see it moving?
Yeah.
All right.
Whoa, look at the color definition difference there.
Yeah. So
that's the Panasonic.
Yeah. Hold on. That.
Okay, stupid question.
Yeah.
Is the earlier footage with the GoPro literally before you got that Panasonic?
So that what you're looking at is GoPro footage.
Oh, that's GoPro footage.
Yeah. The other footage is Panasonic. Now it looks infinitely better on screen.
Well, just streaming it like this though, this GoPro footage, the color is like pops. It's like holy shit.
Yeah, this is
the Panasonic was very muted.
So this is pre-color correction. If you look to the right, you see the luminatory color panel.
Yeah. No, I see it.
So this is my first pass for color correction. I've got a whole nother path to do, right. But do you see? All right. Can you see my cursor?
Yeah.
All right. You see this right here?
Yeah.
That's a 3-shot group at 500 yards.
Wait, what?
Yeah.
Your cursor's on the stock of your gun.
Hold on. Then it's on the Premiere. All right. Can you see this?
There you go. There you go. Below target.
So I wonder if this will play. If this will play, it would be the shit.
Oh my god, you're killing me.
Hold on.
Come on, we're gonna wrap this shit up, man.
Well, you're getting.
Oh, that's right. Single shot. I forgot.
So you see my first shot. Now that's the drone. Well, this is my second shot.
How far is the drone from the target?
Fucking like 20 feet. You're gonna hear me hyperventilate because.
Oh my goodness!
I was so happy.
That's funny.
And then the wind changed. You heard Chad said wind's changing.
One more time, please.
And it just come.
Oh god, I got so much mirage coming off the scope. Just can't.
Why not put a GoPro down on the target so it's not moving?
Because it's 500 fucking yards away.
So,
how do you cut it on?
Fucking set it up, turn it on, walk back or ride back.
Yeah, the damn battery would be dead. I mean, we shot all day. We shot all day.
Okay, fine.
You know,
suggestions, man.
I know. Cool, like I talked to Chad, I'm like, you know, you're the reason I can X this out now, can I?
Yeah.
All right.
Let's go like this.
So the reason that fucking drone is moving around, that's the wind.
No, I get that. That's what I was saying. Why not just set up a remote camera?
Because like we would have to go out there and set up a GoPro on the target and hit record.
Right.
And then we would be there for, 4 hours shooting.
Yeah, I get that.
And then I'm like, okay, now I've got a 4-hour timeline.
Right. I get it.
So,
Not saying it's a perfect solution.
right. So I just, I told Chad, I was like, and I showed him that footage, and I'm like, man, you're. He's like, well, we got some wind whipping down in there. I'm like, right, but I think a drone should be able to somewhat help compensate for that.
Yeah, that or take as wide a shot as possible and image stabilization. Then you can crop down to what you need.
Yeah,
It should look more steady, but
yeah,
just
here's the thing.
that's shit you gotta play with, man.
That's a 1.3 inch group at 500 yards with wind and factory Hornet ammo.
That's sick. That's
Yeah.
sick, dude.
That motherfucker can shoot.
All right. I do mean, let's wrap it up. We're about an hour and a half here. So,
Okay.
yeah, I think it's awesome you're having fun with that 220 Swift. Shooting
Man, it's amazing.
That's cool as shit.
And it's like I enjoyed the stuff from Range Tool. What was that he sent us?
22 Art.
22 Art. That was cool, but
I don't know why you even say that. You have such the passion for the Swift thing. The Swift is it. It is your life.
it is it.
You have the shirt, so why are you trying to compare it to anything else? That's just dumb, dude. Don't do that.
Last thing I'll tell you, and before I let you wrap up, is when I was at the custom shop at Savage, I talked to Effie. She runs it.
Right. You mentioned
and
that.
I said, and she remembered, I showed her the groups of that rifle. She's like, when you caught up here wanting a 220 Swift, she's like, I didn't even know what the hell you were asking for.
Right. It's ancient.
And I bet the gunsmith that built it, he goes, man, I built this rifle, like pulled out all the stops because I knew you wanted to be accurate. He goes, but I didn't know what I was building. So I showed him the groups. He goes, I can't believe that. And I said, I want this exact rifle, just like it is now, in 300 Winchester Magnum. And Effie was like, no problem.
Yeah. Like, okay.
I'm like, really? She's like, I'll make it to where you can set them side by side. And if you don't look at the hole in the barrel, you can't tell which is which.
Right. Yeah.
So that's my next project.
That's cool.
And then I'm going to shoot F-class with it.
That's cool.
Anyway, I know you want to wrap it up. Sorry I held you.
Yeah, no, I say I have a few things in the works, but I'm not going to talk about them at this point because I don't have anything in hand. So, yeah, we'll get to it. All right, man. Where to find you at? Where are you?
Come find us at rangehot.com, man. We got the YouTube thing going on. Post a lot of cool videos, good articles. Dave is a contributor, so rangehot.com all day long.
Kick ass.
Dave, where are you at?
It's funny. It's sad enough. I pay so little attention to my site. I don't even know what the URL is. I think it's livefire-media, I think.
Damn, dude.
I haven't had time to. Yeah, it is livefire-media.com. Links to everything is on there as well too. I'm actually about to gamble and try the using some AI and build a whole new page because you know what, I can edit shit in the back end, but to build from the ground up, dude, that is not my forte in the slightest. But I'm not a coder, I'm not a programmer, and I don't have the time or money to spend on this thing for this being this part. What we're doing here,
yeah,
not a problem. I can do this all day long. Throw it in social website shit, not my area, and I have no desire to get any deeper and learn how to do that shit. Even though what I do for work is what it is, so it's fine. But
I get it.
Anyways, yeah, livefire-media.com is where you can find me, everything that's going on. We appreciate anybody that's listening, watching, and however the hell you're picking this stuff up. Hope you enjoy us. And if you don't, well, try another episode.
Yeah, if you don't, hey, you get the guarantee. If you didn't enjoy this episode 100%, I will send you your money back.
Right. Good luck with that.
Good luck with that.
Peace.